You are now listening to the Pour Horsemen podcast.
But pouring up is a lifestyle.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at The Pour Horsemen.
Also subscribe to our Apple and our Spotify podcast,
The Pour Horsemen.
Let's get it.
Crack in the kitchen, Lil Raw's on the mission. Break the bars out, screens in my expedition. Screens in my neck, yo, my trunk crack. Break the bars off, it's like this and like that.
1, 2, 3. This is a special episode of the Pour Horsemen podcast. For those of you who don't know us, my name is LP. We got JC. We got
Tanisha.
We also have we already started.
We got Big Shoshi, aka KC, aka Magnus Mendigo, aka.
That's it. You ain't got no more AK. And we have our special guest host for tonight. So we'll let y'all introduce yourselves, of course, and then we'll get right into it.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Frank Mills, CEO of Pretty Fly Society.
What's up, y'all? I'm Angelo Diaz. I be chilling and shit.
You be chilling and shit. Yeah, nah. So we've been building with them for a while, actually. We did a podcast back when, like in May? Yeah, April and May. So we had an opportunity to build together. So today we put together something for you all in this live format. So we appreciate y'all attention and we'll get right into it. But for those of you who haven't listened before to Pour Horsemen, we record here in Houston. We release episodes every Monday. So we talk everything from sports, pop culture, interesting shit that y'all may want to listen to. But then we also do film reviews where we take old films and put our spin on it for 2021. Our most recent one we did was He Got Game. We've also done, what else? What other movies have we done? Menace to Society, a little bit of everything. So if y'all like what y'all hear today, we hope that you go follow us on The Pour Horsemen on Instagram, YouTube, as well as Twitter, and we think you'll be entertained. So before we do that, let's get right into it. So Frank and Angelo, welcome back to Houston, brothers. How y'all been doing, man?
Hey, man, it feels good to be back.
Good to be back. I know. Let's talk about the events for the week real quick before we get into the interview officially. So kind of tell everybody what's going on.
Before we get drunk.
Yeah, I know. We can't get too drunk. We got our drunk facilitator in the back.
Hey.
She's gonna get us set up here in a moment. But let's just get into the events for the week. Who want to get us started kind of talking about what's going on this weekend?
All right. Again, thanks everybody for coming out. Thanks to the Pour Horsemen podcast for rocking with us again. This is genuine up here. So for y'all that know the Pour Horsemen and don't know us, this ain't cap. This came together organically. We met them, we built a real vibe with them, and we want to do it again. But what we really bring to Houston is an opportunity at Common Ground Network. And basically in the fashion world, there's really an opportunity for business trade for you all as creatives, podcasters, so on and so forth. But because everybody got their own brand, you sort of stand off on your own sector. So what we're trying to do with Fashion Week is actually bring you all together and show you how the trade actually works. Show how the models get paid by the designers, why the designers are supposed to pay the models, pertaining on what's taking place, the reason for a buyer, the difference between a designer and a merchandiser. Like actually giving you all game versus what you think is taking place. So we're bringing that to this city because y'all are some good people, some good genuine people. If somebody bring y'all some real shit, and with us being in the Atlanta market where there's tons of cap, and after what we just did the past 2 years, we think this is the best place to bring it. So.
No doubt. So anything you want to drop? Go ahead.
Houston been showing love though. I just want to be clear. Pretty Fly Society, man. It's dope. Much gratitude and appreciation for the point we are now, where we can help put things together like the Gorin Brothers and St. Coast Athletics and different artists, and it can be this conglomerate of energy. But we've been doing this. We were talking about this before we started rolling. We did this our first fashion show. I actually couldn't make it because I was on set doing something. But it was like this is before actually, 2013, 2014, like 12 people showed up on campus at Savannah State University for one of our first fashion shows. So to go from 12 people to where we are now, it's just been a beautiful grind, and it shows that what we stand for is all about inclusion, diversity, disruption, you know what I'm saying? And the fashion industry is definitely something that needs that. So tonight is all about, it's called the Royal Crown Pop-Up. We're pairing Gorin Brothers with other designers and artists, along with Aloft by the Galleria, shout out to y'all for beautiful hospitality, along with Partner to the School, and that's how we cross-network the momentum. That's how we pull off some Robin Hood shit, you know what I mean? So tomorrow night is media day. There'll be more of this, more of the bright lights, more of the exposure. Because when we come to a market, we try to show them it's worth your energy to invest into this. Because it'd be a lot of cap as creatives. We experience a lot of cap when we pour energy into projects that are unpaid or for exposure, and we don't never get the exposure that we promised for it. So this is to show everybody, before we ask you to model, before we ask you to do anything, it kind of reminds me of like on the street where you got cats hustling their music and try to offer you a CD, and you be like, oh shit, what's up? To be like, all right, $10. Like, bro, I never heard your stuff before.
We might have a few people in here tonight that want to drop some CDs. You know what I'm saying? So I'm waiting to hear a few of these bars that we got in here tonight too. But go ahead.
But nah, it's just akin to, as opposed to charging somebody for a CD, it's like, oh, come listen to it for free, and come see what we about, see what we got to offer you, and then see if you want to be a part of it. So that's tomorrow night. Sunday is a model call at Palm Mitchell School, just trying to recruit and cast more models to make this thing happen.
So go ahead, Phil.
Yeah. I like all that shit you were just talking about. That's a good thing.
The Don, the cool.
But what I want to hear about is this movie that's coming out Wednesday. My lady, she in the house right now. She sent me a message and said, yo, I gotta check this movie out. I said, hey man, listen, I know one of the stars of the movie, man. You know what I'm saying? But tell us, remind the people again about the movie, where it came from, where it originated.
So Zola, it's a movie that's based on a Twitter storm thread story that went viral way back in like 2015, back when Storytime was popping on Twitter, and it just went crazy, and different people tried to pick it up and make it a movie. They did. We shot that joint in 2019. It went to Sundance last year, went crazy. It was meant for the theaters last year, but pandemic happened, so you had to adjust. I just feel like it's gonna be a moment, like an event for the culture. Like, we had nothing to dress up and go to the movies about and rally about and laugh about, you know what I mean? So, and this one of the joints, it's like a hangover Odyssey situation. Like, it's insane. You know what I'm saying? For real.
I think it's gonna have that impact. Like, you remember when Get Out came out, and then nobody knew what it was initially, but it was like a word of mouth thing, and like people started going to the movies weeks and weeks after. Like I said, like Project X. You know what I'm saying? Just the effect of that type of movie, just that black art form of just going to the movies and seeing that shit.
That's the shit. If y'all get that type of like, you know, word of mouth, that shit gonna skyrocket.
I think
that shit was live.
I think, bro, like Project X, like the party, like the fact that it can happen to you in real life is why I think Zola gonna have that.
So relatable, and that's why everybody really kind of fucking Hangover. I mean, what was it called? Hangover. Yeah. A lot of that shit was like, okay, ain't nobody just gonna be that much in debt and somebody just smart as hell can make blackjack, you know what I'm saying? None of that shit was labeled, but a party where a little kid tase a grown man or fight a grown man, we've seen that shit. Yes. I was one of them. I fought a grown man before as a kid. So that was...
Let's tell us about this fight real quick. So, you fought a grown man. How did you get your ass beat?
I watched it. But let's get right into the beating that you took. No, that is the win. I landed a lick.
Nah, that ain't a win.
Because he killed me. You know what I'm saying?
So also for those of you that don't know, our castmates, we've been supposed to fight multiple times, and since there's a lot of space in here now, him talking about fighting grown men, we might just do it tonight. You know, as we get this going, you know.
See, that's the alcohol in the boot. That's what it is.
I am the boot cut assassin. Also, if y'all don't know, like,
I ain't worn them in a while.
I ain't worn them in a while, so I had to pull them out tonight and be clean, and ready for action. But so I want to get right into some other projects that you got going on. Also, obviously you got Zola, but you also just released a song also. So can you talk about that? Let us know where your music is going and all those details as well.
Yeah. Nah, Bottles and Boca, it's been doing dope, man. The response has been great. It was something I was hesitant jumping into at the beginning, but once I jumped in, I was just addicted. I was like, now I want to know more about this storytelling format with respect to that craft without coming off as corny or cheesy or anything. And giving the people a good time, because a lot of times as artists, I feel people like we want to say things, we want to talk about what's going on in the country, we want to address stuff, but coming out the gate, everybody trying to hear all that educate, you know what I mean? They want to be entertained, they want to turn up a little bit, so that's what Bottles and Boca is about.
So in the Bottles and Boca, and we had to talk the last time we was here. Why you didn't call me on that?
I should have called Mr. Big Pope
Yeah,
in
man,
himself,
you
man.
know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You should have called me, dog. I would have been in the video, man. But nah, the video was dope, bro. I checked it out, man. I think that you are inspiration, bro. Everything that you dive into, you go hard with. You know what I'm saying? Your part in Zola, ATL Homicide, and then you go into the music industry. I mean, you all over the place. You know what I'm saying? But you going hard, and you know we can't do nothing but respect it, though.
I appreciate that, man.
I see you, Free. But I heard there's something else that could possibly be on the way. I heard there's something else that's possibly on the way.
Yeah, man. I actually want to gauge the room. How many of y'all heard of like Harry Belafonte and his legacy and contribution to civil rights and everything going on?
Of course.
And I think it's long overdue for like an episodic, like a TV show that's autobiographical about him and his story, because it's off the chain. Like reading his memoir and his autobiography, always somebody I looked up to, but I never knew how in the trenches he was. And you get a general understanding, depending on how conscious your village is that's raising you, that shit was real back then. But you understand that these people were putting their lives on the line, not just their careers, but their lives on the line. And the kind of conduit that he was between the Kennedys and MLK and the entertainment industry and the Frank Sinatras and the Elvis Presleys, he made a lot happen, man. He was a brain trust for the March on Washington. He helped raise like millions of dollars, which back then was a lot of money, so that thousands of students could pour into Birmingham, could pour into Selma, could pour into some of the most hateful places in the South, because those are places that needed to be attacked. But that cost money to bail people out of prison, to do all the things that needed to be done. So I feel like it's long overdue to tell this story. So, and I would love to be a part of it.
If you grow your hair, do you have to get a perm?
Man, I had to get a perm. No disrespect to Mr. Belafonte, I have to do the whole situation like that.
Oh, damn.
If y'all know any makeup artists, it's real in the industry. Like
Yeah, you have to get that you.
Yeah, so we saw your first casting picture too.
That you was hot back in the day.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
We saw his first casting picture. Yeah, I'm damn near bald now. That's why I'm hat fishing.
I would have needed Gorham
Brothers.
Gorham Brothers back in the day, because I ain't going out there with the moonscape shit.
I'm gonna have one. So let's get into Pretty Fly Society real quick before we get into some audience participation. So tell us about tomorrow that we got, and then also what's coming in September.
Okay, so tomorrow, alongside Media Day, is Swim. And Swim is Houston's summer fashion show. It's a promotional show. As Angelo said, we just want to introduce ourselves. It's going to be activated here in the lobby, but we're going to, if you've ever been to a regular fashion show, you kind of haven't been to ours. And the reason why I say it that way is production-wise, you're going to see a lot of live videography happening, which normally they don't let happen on the runway. Normally you gotta get out the way, so on and so forth. Not when we do things. So the models will be profiled. We got 4 different designers. One's out of Minnesota. R&R's out of Minnesota. Leo Loyal's out of Washington, D.C. Senko Athletics is Los Angeles / Atlanta. And then we have 86 and 90 out of Houston, Texas. So we have 4 different designers. I think you guys will really enjoy it tomorrow, just to see us work in real time. Yeah.
Okay. So let's see in here who really feels like they know Houston. So we need a few volunteers who say they really know Houston. All right, we got a couple hands. All right. So can we get y'all here near the middle somewhere? Who else?
I saw her rap to the most.
She was rapping most of it
All right, so we got a few. Who else? We got 1, 2, 3. We need 5. So because our drums.
You from Mo City? What?
Y'all want to come on this side? Come on, let's get it.
Let's get it. Come here.
Come on. All right, so
Get up. Let's see. What you got?
So we gonna play something real quick, and we gonna point to each individual person. If you lose, you take a shot. Who else in it? We need 2 more. We got 1 right here.
Ain't that the single?
How many? We need 2 more. We need 2. All right, come on. Hey, yo, come on.
Ain't you the single?
1, 2, 3. Who else we got? We need it. Come on. Who up?
Hold on, we got 1 more up.
We need 2 more. We got. Come here, Yellowstone. Come here. We need 1 more. Come on. We need one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Y'all right here.
The camera can see.
Yes, sir. That goes so the camera can see. All right.
Let's go.
So the DJ gonna get us started, so go ahead and start playing, and I'm gonna tell them when to stop. When I point at you, you gotta drop the next bar. So let's go. Next fight. All right.
They gotta know this part too.
Next bar. Next bar. Next bar. We gotta give him a hug. Next bar.
You gotta say Trump full of fuck.
All in my trunk. I ain't never been a punk.
To be clear.
Trunk full of funk, I ain't never been a punk.
Out the streets of the rich motherfucker. Not no business, say I still ain't a hoe. Not no business, see I still ain't a hoe.
That niggas know every day of the year.
We got 2 shots left. Back at the front. We got 2 shots left. Let's go.
Every day of the year.
We can go back down this way. Let's go. Keep it rolling.
Why a nigga wanna talk down, I don't know. Gotta take a trip to Acapulco.
Alright, we made an executive decision. We gonna do another round. So we got 5 more shots coming. They gotta redeem themselves in the front.
Let's play another song. What's the song? Look, hey, what's another use? So let's play on Southside, Lil Kiki. Huh? Yeah, they better know it. There you go, no Southside. Wanna be a baller? Wanna be a baller? Wanna be a baller? Wanna be a baller?
You start at the front.
Q, fuck it off, man. Hey, where you from? Yes, it is a movie.
You just gonna be shots. You can be shots.
Now we gonna do Wanna Be a Baller. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We're gonna watch. Let me know where they got. Yeah.
because this is also a freestyle session. Because y'all know when this come on,
Shit.
you already know what's about to happen. So we gonna pass the mic to whoever wanna get right. So what's up? Who got it? Go on, get it. Go, right, here we go. What's your name? Say your name and where you from, I mean.
When you coming up, gotta watch you down with me. Talk about me a river. I'm glad too, I really get you like a play no dead fish. Back was 18, but I look OG gas and switch. Jesus took my down, got me standing old picture. This was like my bro act like a World Series pitcher. Got a spurs from the white boy, it ain't Tiago Splitter. Tell I was born to slave they did, cause I'm the real nigga. Don't know if I'm paralyzed, but I do not feel it.
It's the KC and I don't care, I'm a ceremony. Break them hoes off, break them really mean. I'm about to get another motherfucking win. Got to grab the mic and I'm about to grab the show. It's that boy KC, out the Ricky just for show. I'ma do it with surprises, hoes for variety. Saying old dog cause I'm a menace to society. Five to society, about to keep it going. I told you naked ass in that Texas we be showing.
On the Pour Horsemen, man, I'm rocking baby like Apollos with the horses. Man, I'm trying to get the weight, spin with a fortune. On the mic, I'm tortured, playing the tangerine, cause I got a pillar. On the microphone, man, I'm a killer. Check out my watch, check out my clock. Usually I be all on the fucking block. This is off the top, just like my hair. Man, hold up. Big like a bear, and I don't care.
It's that girl arcade, and I'm coming from the west. Let niggas know I got it tatted on my dress. I roll. It's that girl Keisha. Let y'all know I ain't never been no Isha. Hard in the paint. Never ever been a sinner, always been a saint. I the motherfucking door. Then I gotta let my nigga know I can always be his world. Let y'all know, without us, y'all would never be nothing. We always got power. Let me know, I never been a hoe. It's that girl like he did, and I came up from the fucking door. I'm the
man. Oh my God, I'ma go slide. Thank you for your time. I might take a bow and I might spit a rhyme.
You can call me by my soul today. I'm a doctor, I'm working by some bitch today. Hey, it's a big head. I'm faded. That bar, it's you faded. Now I'm coming down. Yeah, I'm coming through. Yeah, one lead. So what the fuck? I hope you're coming through. Hey, stop.
Watch on that Zola. I done told you once again, we sicker than these hoes.
For bitch, you money, hoes say nigga on the bike. Never put a bitch no money in my life. If I fuck with one shit, I fuck twice. I put the game so niggas some dice. Sick out of hype. Bitches ain't deep cause they close tight. Bop mode, you know, like trying to put a sprite. We GT, gotta watch for the mic. You're on Pharaoh. Nigga, deep line on the shoe. Big that hurt like I got a loose too. Y'all my talk, nigga, I don't lose screw. Nigga, trying to win on me, nigga, I don't need you. Hey, but in the meantime, I let nigga see out here. It's great time. If I hit the pussy once, she gon' do the rewind. She gon' hit the rewind. Same nigga, but my kicks different. Work out blunts, I'm getting lifted. Crispy flow, young Laro different. Nah, I say, work out flow, I'm getting lifted. Cheap club, big, hey. Fuck the type of Pour Horsemen, hey, you there,
Hey, smooth. Now we in the lobby of the A-Loss. I'ma go hard, I ain't never been soft. I'ma break them off like this and like that. If the girl bad, I'ma get the Kit Kat. It's the fat man in the fat man. Man, hold up, I got my trunk on crack. Head to the back so I can see. Cause nobody got the camera on me. You can see all in the pay. That's all with it, man.
So if you like what you heard and you like what you just saw, you can catch us every Monday on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, iHeartRadio, YouTube. You can catch all of our episodes. You might see this quite often. So y'all more than welcome to pull up on us on the studio. Anything y'all want to say to close us out?
Hey, we want to shout out what y'all doing with the guild.
Yes,
because y'all have some couple different podcasts.
So we have some other podcasts in the building also. Hobag, where y'all at?
Shout out to the whole Bag podcast.
Anime While Black. Regina, where you at? Anime While Black is a podcast also that works with us. So Regina is here. We got Hobag. They're also a podcast that work with us. So tap into anything that you like. If you see what you like up here, there's a flavor for you on all of us with the network. So we appreciate y'all listening. And let's close out with 25 lighters. That's what was requested. So we can close out with that as we get done. So we appreciate y'all tapping in with us tonight. Again, the Pour Horsemen on all your favorite platforms.
Hey, everybody sing along to the 25 lighters. Drop that shit, DJ.
Let's hear it.
That shit.
Love it, man.
25 lighters.